It's getting really windy lately. Is it finally cold time? I hope. We can only hope. I enjoy cold time. It's pretty good to sleep. What can you say? I'm a simple man. Change the music here before I forget. And oh man, what a week. What a week we had. And I feel like I say this all the time lately. But things keep happening. It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. I wish things were a little bit better. What can you say? I have a bunch of different stuff today. I have some funny stuff at the end. It's gonna be okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. I promise. I promise. Hold up. Okay. Alright, let me do this. I wanted to bring up my stuff. And I know I'm missing some stuff here in my news, okay? I know. But this is what I found to be most interesting. Where's my browser? Should be this thing, right? We're gonna start with some censorship, so yeah, it's one of those days. Look at this. We'll bring up my chats. I still need to find a better way to do this, by the way. But I haven't yet. Blame me all you want. I deserve it. So we have from Nintendo Live, random Guilty Gear Strive's latest update. Apparently censors inappropriate angles. Why? Why would you do that? I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense to me. The game was out for what? 2 years already? Why would you do this? Naughty, naughty. Oh, so bad. So annoying. Ahead of the launch of Guilty Gear Strive on the Switch early next year, Arc System Works has this week rolled out a new update for the game, which reportedly makes some notable changes to the title's digital figure mode, aka its photo mode. What are you doing? Also, you cannot make me believe that this is Nintendo's fault. Lately, they are the most anti-censorship, so what's the big deal here? If you don't try to view certain fighters from questionable angles, the characters will disappear, so you can actually see anything. Below is a video of this change in motion, along with the translation of this update. It's a tweet, it's fine. We have adjusted the display restriction area that makes the figure invisible when certain parts of the figure are captured by the camera. Imagine doing that when you have biking in the game. What do you mean? What do you mean by this? As mentioned by Automotive Media, it seems this update could be a response to the age ratings of the PlayStation version. Well, color me surprised, huh? Color me surprised. Guilty Gear Strive being changed from Series B rating, that is 12 years old and above, to Series C rating, 15 years old and above, by the Japanese rating board, and potentially reducing the game's audience. It's always zero, dude. It's always Japan. Lately, well, it's not always Japan. It's always stupid rating boards. Stop it. Stop it! Guilty Gear Strive will be making its way across to the Nintendo Switch early next year, on January 23rd, 2025. And yes, I've seen this video before on the True Machine. It's ridiculous. I think it's a little bit too small. Jeez, that quality is atrocious. Is it gonna get better? I hope so. Ah, there you go. You try to... Nope. Not allowed. Not allowed. And of course you're thinking, but this is a guy. This is a guy, what's the big deal? You cannot see the pee-pee. You cannot see the pee-pee either, it's illegal. Illegal pee-pee here. Illegal ass, not allowed, I'm sorry. And if this was a different game, sure. This is Guilty Gear, what do you mean by this? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Disgusting. Disgusting behavior. Oh man. So thirsty already. Which might sound a little bit strange given the context, but... I mean... normal with water, okay? They do have really appealing characters for all tastes. So, what's going on here? Well, Zero not allowed. That's really strange to me. I guess they're trying to fix this, perhaps? Which I don't think they can, because the game is already out. So... why? Just why? Moral busybodies, man. If I had a nickel for every time this happened, huh? I would have many nickels, which is not a lot of money, but it keeps happening. But we have some more censorship here. Oh baby. As you would expect. As you would expect. From Square Enix! Oh, look at that! Imagine that. Imagine my shock. Square Enix accused of abusing copyright law to silence fan criticism. Would you believe me if I told you? Well, we're having articles, it's probably true and real. Makers of Life is Strange Double Exposure are accused by fans of using legal takedowns to limit discussion and criticism of the game. Oh. What? Is the game lame and also gay? Seems like it. What does an age lesbian video games already have to do with the future of freedom of expression on the internet? Quite a lot, as it turns out. Oh, they're eating themselves now. Well, I guess that's normal. I guess that happens. I've been looking into concerning allegations that suggest Square Enix, swing abusing copyright takedown powers, target is to shut down criticism from fans of their new game, Life is Strange Double Exposure. This is not the first time this happens. Not with Square Enix, right? But we know this has happened before. How dare you speak badly about our product? Not allowed. And sure, you're not going to like that, but at the same time, how would I say this? That's not something that you should copyright take down. Imagine that. Here I am, defending Reddit. What are they? Without Reddit, r/pricefield is a community dedicated to the Life is Strange franchise. Why not call it r/Life is Strange? Maybe mistaken. Probably shipping the lead character of Max with her love interest Chloe from the first game. It has 12,000 members, many of whom have engaged in discussion critical of the decision to meet Chloe from Double Exposure. Okay, interesting. Interesting situation. This Reddit is an independent space for Life is Strange fans to talk fan theories, share fan art, and discuss the games. Normal. It is only unaffiliated from Square Enix. I hope so, it's Reddit. These fans noticed that more and more of their posts and comments were being taken down by Reddit after a third party began using copyright violations. It's not even YouTube videos, it's Reddit posts. Do you believe in clown world? You better do. You're living in England. In response, appearing that they risk further penalties from Reddit, moderators of the subreddit published an open letter to Square Enix, stating that they believe someone at the company, or developer Deck9, possibly, was willfully removing non-infringing content for reasons other than infringement. Well, must be true. This doesn't seem to be infringing content. So that is messed up. They believe this is happening because Square Enix is unhappy with not having editorial control over the page. You know what? I can't believe that. They do love having control lately. What California does to a motherfucker. Sad to see. Takedowns on the subreddit, they say, appear to have included text posts containing publicly available information, including discussion of public tweets made by the game's developers. Many fans in the community are worried that this is targeted and hostile movement to shut down fair and reasonable criticism of the new game. Yes, and this is funny, because maybe now people will understand that people from all sides, all kind of, dare I say, like gamers, have fair criticism of all sorts of games. And it's fair criticism, it's in the name. So they shouldn't be silenced. However, it's only bad when they target you, huh? Well, no, it's bad when they target anyone. Oh man. Yes, I have to defend people that will never defend me. On principle. Imagine that. It's been both deeply saddening and truly frustrating to see how Tech9 and Square Enix have treated us, one of the most enthusiastic and outspoken offshoots of the fandom. All the way to Oh Hoy? Full Game Central probably butchered the name. It's not my fault. It's a Redditor, it's probably deserved. Not only are they trying to silence genuine criticism and snuff out the voices of rightfully disgruntled fans, also making attempts at intimidating members of the community with DMCA takedown notices, and using a lot to control the reach of publicly available information. Didn't this happen recently too with another game? I swear it did, but I don't remember the game. So that's a problem. I don't think it was Dragon Age. Not because they didn't try though. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure there was another game. And this was happening too. At the end of the day, we're just a bunch of Life is Strange fans trying to celebrate and enjoy two of the most beloved characters in the franchise. While listening to the main character, so it's... Sure. If a publisher is deciding to use their powers to shut down public forum discussions... Excuse me. It would have the warring precedent that companies can simply block and remove conversations between internet users that they do not like. And this is... fucked up, okay? This is fucked up. But this is not new. This has been happening for a hot fucking minute already. And yes, even if I probably disagree with the Life is Strange fandom, this is fucked up and this shouldn't be happening. In general, okay? In general. This is wrong on many levels. So, I just hope they learn their lesson and they don't try to weaponize this for toxic gamers and the childs, you know? What's so striking about this story is that the publisher isn't attempting to damage control against anti-woke internet trolls. Anti-woke internet trolls? Is this what we do now? Poison the well? Give them an inch, they will take a mile, I hate them. Hackers hate to cancel the game, featuring themes they don't like. But rather, they seem to be targeting long-standing fans of the franchise. If I had a nickel for every time this happens, well, I would have many nickels. It's not good. And people don't understand that fans from both sides can be long-standing and have fair criticism about the franchise they love, because yes, a lot of especially long-standing franchises have been changing a lot lately. So yes, they're going to ostracize long-standing fans. That's probably not a good idea. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that, imagine that, hot take, you know. The implications that this would have on the future of free expression online is concerning, but perhaps symptomatic of a wider anxiety we're seeing amongst video game publishers at the moment. We only have to look at the review bombing of Dragon Age the Veilguard on Metacritic, in contrast to its mostly positive reviews on Steam, where you actually have to own the game to review it. To see the power online communities can command. Are we sure it's review bombing? Because the game's just not only on PC. Also, power online communities can command. Yes, that is a problem. But that doesn't mean what you think it means. You should reject the concept of community wholesale. It's not real. Well, it's not real. It's real, but it shouldn't be. Being a fan of something a community doesn't make, right? Even if they try to tell you that that's the case. No. I don't belong to any community. Despite liking a bunch of stuff, different stuff, quite famous shit, you know? Do you think I like the posts I say about Dragon Ball on Twitter? No. They are mostly stupid and ridiculous. When even the memes make no fucking sense, okay? I don't like it. But they told you, oh, the communities. It's not real, it shouldn't be real. I hate collectivism. So the publishers face challenges when it comes to the power of the internet, and the impact this may have on the success of their products. To be fair, this is just a case of fuck around and find out. If fans have criticism of the game, they were gonna have criticism of the game. I just said literally nothing because it's so obvious. So, if you want a game company to sell game, make game that sells. Make game that's gonna be bought by fans. And if you're lucky, also by some people that are not fans, or that were not fans before. Is this dick writing? I think it is dick writing. So sad to say. Dick writing for Square Enix. Pathetic. We spoke to Square Enix about the allegations that we were provided with his official statement. In relation to the DMCA notices, all steps taken were in accordance with appropriate legal requirements and Reddit's procedures for reporting intellectual property violations. I just don't believe you. But you have money, so you can do it. This process is applied to infringing content shared prior to a game's release, including leaks or confidential information due to breach of non-disclosure agreements and data mined content. I don't know, man. Didn't they mention public information, such as tweets? I don't know what to tell you, man. No DMCA notices were sent regarding any posts outside of these circumstances. Do we believe them? There is a possibility that this is the case, though, but I'm not quite sure. We also reached out to the Reddit for comment, and at the time of publication, to hear back from them. I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that, you know. Could be, maybe it's not. And if it was for obvious leak the stuff, they wouldn't be raising such a stink. Or so you would think, it's Reddit after all, so I don't really know. I don't really know anymore. But this is happening, so I guess it's important to talk about it. Now we're gonna jump from low IQ to low IQ in a different direction, I guess. People are gonna think I'm gonna shit on Ibaraki, it's not the case. We're gonna go from Reddit to AI. It might be an upgrade, to be fair. User servant creator Hirohiko Araki expressed concern regarding AI's effect on manga. We're going to see an increasingly shady world filled with scammers exploiting it. Yes. And that's one of the main problems with AI. It is a tool, and as a tool, it can be extremely powerful. That's really obvious. But at the same time, people are using AI for stuff that doesn't need to be AI, and people are overusing AI ad nauseum, Romans would say. So I continue to see more widespread adoption across the world. It's bizarre adventure mangaka Hirohiko Araki has shared he has become the latest creative to voice concern. What? Maybe this has shared shouldn't be here at all. Guys, please, proofreading, okay? I beg of you. Has become the latest creative to voice concern about the negative implications the technology will have in his industry. Yes, it's fair. It's really fair, I'm gonna see him. The still mangaka offered his thoughts on the topic in his recently released Hirohiko Araki's New Manga Techniques, How to Create a Villain. A sequel tutorial book to his previous Hirohiko Araki's manga techniques that specifically delves into the process of creating captivating and charming bad guys, which he argues are the linchpin of any good manga. Yes. Yes. Judge is pretty cool, but you have to admit, Dio is carrying half of the manga itself. In the book's second chapter, super important, the basics of creating villains, after advising readers to stay aware of current events, because doing so, as we get with Twitter user Jojo_wiki, can help reach a villain's background and motivations. I recommend a slight tour to touch upon the topic of AI. Stay aware. I think I said stay away. My bad. Speaking about societal evils, I think that as AI continues to spread throughout society, we're going to see an increasingly shady world filled with scammers exploiting it. Yes! Yes, have you seen the, dare I say, even though it's a misnomer, the art communities? Yes. I know, I would know, I'm a tuber, okay? They're trying to scam me too. Yes, the translation of the test by JojoWiki. Recently, I came across the drawing and thought, this is something I drew, right? I was shocked to find out it was actually AI. Oof, that's a little bit rough. Not even being able to know if this is your own drawing. To be fair, Araki has been working on manga for, what, 20 years now? 40 years. I don't know why you said 20, I was thinking about the 80s. The 80s are not 20 years ago. Manga mold! When I draw manga, I add several personal elements to make the work mine. The Deathspoke Kishiberoha mangaka further explained. But this AI generated piece even mimicked the details like the way it drew eyelashes so precisely that it was almost impossible to tell it apart from my work. That is actually impressive. AI was not that good not that long ago. If it were based on recent drawings, I'd know right away. No, I didn't draw this. Obviously, you would remember. On the other hand, I honestly wouldn't be able to tell the difference if it were done with my art from about 10 years ago. Well, my memory of it would be a little bit hazy. Yes, that makes sense. It's not his fault. The more AI advances, the more this kind of thing happens. This echoes a little bit of Toriyama sentiment from back in the day, right? When he would misremember a bunch of stuff about Dragon Ball. They're like, what? He made the thing. And you're like, yeah, but you've been watching it for more than 20 years, so... Who knows? Look at this. Look at this Dico. Jesus Christ. From there, the award-winning artist proceeded to issue word of warning to his fellow creatives, asserting, art reflects the times, and manga is an example of that. So in the world of young artists appearing manga, could very well mean that we are headed for a future dominated by fraudsters. I hope not. This type of evil in today's age will undoubtedly end up impacting manga down the line. Turning towards the specific threat the technology poses to the manga industry, Araki then acknowledged Copyright infringement by AI is a villain that we manga artists must face. I know that's just a legal argument, but it's still a fair argument. So it is a big problem. It is a big problem, and oh shit, I remember it. What was it? Last year? I don't remember if I covered that on stream or not. You had a lot of people raising his stink on social media because, oh, look at this guy creating characters on AI. The guy was an artist, and he used his art to train the AI. I think that's gotta be the most lawful example of generative AI you can come up with. Still, people didn't like it. Imagine that. There are many problems. There are many problems with this in general. It is a complex topic, I guess. Two scenarios that AI generated fakes and be accepted as the real thing, even if we try to protect their work. Deep fakes too. It's completely different, but deep fake sort of thing. This counterfeit will become so accurate and sophisticated that it's no longer fighting individual can win, he added. Yeah. But at the same time, regulations can be a massive problem too. Because not every country is going to regulate the same as your country. So it's just a difficult situation. I don't know what the best solution would be. As for a solution to this problem, unfortunately, the mangaka was the last as to a cure all for AI theft, as he admitted that while having some kind of laws would probably be the only way to regulate this, yes, how the fuck do you enforce them? The sad reality was that because we're dealing with the world of young artists, there's also a very real possibility that laws favoring them will appear before we know it. That could also happen. This possibility in mind, Ibaraki drew his thoughts to a close by noting that while personally I entrust my copyright management to Shueisha, he began serialization in the publisher's weekly Shonen Jump, obviously, before moving to its sister magazine Ultra Jump in 2005, but it continues to appear to this day. Unfortunately, some manga artists are lax in managing their copyrights, leading to their artwork without permission or leaking original drawings. Yep. Yeah. To be fair, some manga artists are also really busy. There's also that. It's a brutal job. In general. When I say that, he concluded, I worry they might face serious trouble down the line if they don't take it seriously. Yeah. Yeah. It's rough, man. It's rough. At current, Araka's entry of the Chuju's Bizarre Adventure Saga, the Juju Lands, is currently being serialized with information to Ultra Jump. Unfortunately for English readers, need to be beginning their localization of the series long after it began. Fifth Mirror is currently a few volumes behind, with the most recent release being 6th volume of Part 6 Stone Ocean. A few volumes behind? They're in Part 6. Araki's in Part 9. The fuck do you mean by this? The hell, man? It's just... in general, it's just a really complex topic. I don't have the answers, obviously. But you have to admit that... how to say this? It's a really powerful tool. It's always really dangerous. And, as you might expect, some people are going to misuse it. Sadly. There's nothing you can do about it. And... should you have regulations? Yeah, probably. Are you gonna have regulations? Yeah, probably. Are the regulations gonna be good? Yeah, probably not. It's hard to gauge, I know, but... they're probably not gonna be the best. So... I don't know, man, I don't know, it's difficult. It's... too powerful of a tool. And I guess this happens all the time. But... I don't know. I don't think we've seen something quite like this. We'll compare this to the Industrial Revolution and whatnot, and machines in factories. I don't think that's powerful enough to be compared to AI. It could be, but there has to be a paradigmatic shift with AI probably. And I hope it's a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I don't know, probably not. We can only wait and see. And speaking of a shift in paradigm, fucking Christ, how much I hate these people. Live action! How to Train Your Dragon, Director of Defense, Asteroid Ray Swap. We're not making a shot-for-shot remake. Why live? Why live? I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit. Okay? I'm so sick and tired of live-action remakes. They're never better than the original. They can never be better than the original. They keep changing stuff. Is this trying to create the modern audience? Fuck, I guess so. Probably, right? It's not good. I don't like it. And at the same time, it only shows a massive disregard for the original medium. No, no, no. If it's live action, it's gonna be more serious. Well, animation, be it 2D or 3D, can be really serious. And let me tell you, when you're just making animated movies, reality can be whatever you want. Because you can make characters exactly as you need them to. That never happens with live action because you are working with the constraints of human actors. Stop it. I hate it in here. Well, then, but this woman is 75% white. I don't care. She doesn't look Scandinavian at all. Stop the gaslighting. Stop it. Responding to the alleged pushback to his decision to race swap Asteroid, live action How to Train Your Dragon director Dan DeBlois. Is that a French name? Better not be. Has argued that it ultimately doesn't matter if the young Dragon Rider's physical appearance matches that of her animated depiction, because he's not trying to make a shot-for-shot remake of the original film. Oh, we are making our own vision here. This is not a Viking. Shut up. Making a franchise debut in the animated film trilogy rather than Cressida Cowell's original... What? Yeah! YA novel? Astrid is depicted as a typical Scandinavian woman, which makes sense because they're Vikings. Pin-braided blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin, as well as a gangster that could take the head clean off anyone who would stand in her way. Strong, independent woman. However, in the live-action remake, the heroine bears a much different appearance. There's the hair being played by actress Nico Parker, the daughter of Cynthia Newton? Yeah, typical British name, huh? Who readers may know best as the Val, the love interest to Woody Harrelson's Tobias in Solo Star Wars story. I have no fucking clue. I don't watch trash, okay? Oh my god, if only. This version of Astrid instead has darker skin, green slash hazel eyes, and curly but still bright brown hair. Regardless of Parker's individual talent, in letting her casting existing as yet another example of blatant rate swapping, recent months have seen fans on social media take to voicing their discontent with what they view as the latest example of Hollywood's tendency to disrespect the source materials that made a given IP so popular in the first place. Yes. Yes. And I do like disrespect the source material. That's really telling. And look, the actors have to look a little bit like the characters. This is really funny, because even though you have male examples of this, it mostly happens with female characters, and I think that's really funny. Very icky, not good. Then, Deloy, who in addition to helming the upcoming remake, also served as the writer and director of all 3 animated How to Train Your Dragon movies, with the first also being co-written and co-directed by Lilo and Stitch creator Chris Anders. Waiting on the ongoing discourse surrounding Astro's live-action appearance, they both made to his personal Instagram on November 21st. Typical Scandinavia, huh? Excuse me. Sharing a screen of a reply made to comment on a How to Train Your Dragon related Instagram page, the identity of which currently remains unknown. The boy can be seen during affirming the declaration made by another user that Parker's casting is not about the color, it's about the acting. Look, she could be the best actress in the world. I don't think she is. I don't know too much. I'm gonna say that she's probably not the best actress in the world. If she doesn't look the part, it's a bad casting. Because the actors need to look like the characters. She doesn't look like a Scandinavian Viking. So that's a problem. And they will tell you, it's fiction, it's fiction. Sure, it's fiction. Why aren't they driving cars around, huh? It's fiction. Stupid clowns. Exactly, wrote the director. We auditioned many actors for the roles, including actors who look like their animated counterparts. But we chose the actors who best embodied the spirit and personality of the characters. Since the Hairy Hooligan tribe, in this version, is made up of descendants of the finest dragon fighters from everywhere the Vikings had ever traveled. This historically was far and wide, Vikings mixed with many cultures. Don't think that means what you think it means. Correction, I don't think they mixed with many cultures. They visited many cultures, but I don't think they mixed, okay? Also, the darkest they found were Mediterraneans. So... funny. They were creating a fantasy, not a historical fact. And all will be revealed in time, Hitting argued. We're not making a shot-for-shot remake, we just stuck close to key moments to honor the original, which I remain very proud of. So this is gonna be a watered-down version of the original, trying to be a cash grab that's going to fail. Keeps happening, why would you do that? Trying his thoughts to close, the boy ultimately asserted that this features a few of those moments. Instead of a completely new tale, we aim to embellish and deepen without... Belgian... Deepened? I think that's the correct tense, but sure. Without abandoning the story that fans love. And the current live action take on How to Train Your Dragon is set to retell the story of Hiccup and Toothless friendship, starting June 13th, 2025. And I really love this comment here because it's so stupid. These women, they're so stupid. It's not about the color, it's about the acting. Why can't we have both? Why can't the actor look the part? I will never understand. This is just a Little Mermaid again. It's about the acting, and plus a Latina, a person of color, voiced her. So what are you gonna hate the voice actors now? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It would be wrong for the voice actors to portray the character if it was normal actress, like normal film, like trying to be the character on the screen. But if she is a good voice actress, it's fair. People are so fucking stupid nowadays. It's baffling to me. It's just baffling. I don't understand. Sheer arrogance takes to say, the other version is good, but we feel we can make changes to make it better. So will we announce that Nico will play Hermione in the Harry Potter series? Good point. And I remember. There's a guy on YouTube. He's obviously much bigger than me. He is as far as I know Norwegian, and he's a historical writer. He does, I think, historical fiction, but really with a lot of research, right? To be really correct, I would say. It's a guy called Bjorn. I don't remember the last name. Norwegian names, you know, they're not the most normal. And he had the option at some point. He said that in a video early last year, I think it was. He had the option to make an actual series of his book or a movie, something like that. And they were trying to make him approve a change. I was like, okay, but why not make some of these characters black or Arabic, right? Black Vikings. People will like that. He was like, do you really think there were black people here back in the day? Not a thing. Not a thing. At best, and if you're lucky, you could add a trolling merchant. Even that was kind of a stretch. So the deal ended up falling through, and I think they made a production out of the book, which is sad, but hey, it was not bastardized, so pretty good. So, how about we get into the meat and potatoes of today, huh? Let's talk about Twitch again. This fucking site, I hate it. Significant Twitch advertisers pause spending over anti-Semitism concerns, report. And I find it really funny when people complain about the apocalypse on Twitch. Oh, thanks, Asmongold. Well, I don't think it is Asmongold, the one being anti-Semitic. That's the other side. That is Hassan Piker once again. Over 10 major companies have suspended advertising on Twitch over the platform's response to alleged anti-Semitic content, according to a report by Richard Lewis. They are not wrong. It's not the only content that's on the site, but they refused to ban it. So, yeah. The controversy started in October when it was revealed Twitch had prevented users in Israel from joining the streaming platform for a full year, following the October 7th, 2023 attacks. Also that, the streaming site and its CEO, Dan Clancy, also faced calls by Democratic Rep Richie Torres to stop popularizing those who popularize anti-Semitism. They are eating themselves, it's beautiful. In particular, Torres singled out his own political stream, saying platforming any of these terrorist organizations, as Parti has done, is beyond the pale. Yes. Yes! And you can argue that, well, but Hassan Piker should be able to say that because my freedom of expression and my freedom of speech. Sure, I can agree with that. But that's not the rules we have to abide by. And once again, if Asmongold was banned for saying what he said about Palestine, Hassan Piker should be also banned for what he said about Israel, for what he said about the USA, and for what he said about Tibet. So, rules for thee, but not for me, because I don't like them. A classic. Fucking classic. Although Classic responded to the concerns in a blog post where he emphasized that Twitch wouldn't tolerate anti-Semitism or Islamophobia, companies have reportedly paused their ads on the site. Well, wouldn't tolerate anti-Semitism or Islamophobia. It's funny, because this is literally correct. However, it doesn't mean what most people think it means. Because only of this is actually not tolerated. So the or usage here is technically correct, even though it's just scummy. As reported by Roger Lewis, a number of significant companies have paused their advertising spending with the streaming platform, and cited allegations of anti-Semitism as the reason why. And I fully believe this. When you see people, okay, hold up. Why did my ad revenue crash between 80 and 95%? That's a lot of money. And this will explain it. This will explain it. There's reports that 11 corporations and agencies that represent multiple companies have paused the spending. Fuck around and find out. Would you look at that? Of now, Chevron was said to be furious at the TwitchCon panel segment, where streamer rated the content creators from Arab to Love Sabre. Can we say this? If this is slower, I hope it's not. Don't tell that class. It's probably okay, right? It wasn't TwitchCon after all. Well, Chevron logo was displayed in the background. Well. To be fair, advertisement companies can also be really bitchy about the stuff. But it's really hard to tell when something is fair or isn't fair in this case. Here's of the segment noted that while Cyber can refer to the type of humans, also means someone who's born in Israel. Oh, would you look at that? It was probably done on purpose, I would assume. After the clip from the panel went viral, Chevron was very angry, and Twitch employees said, after a log in the background of a clip being used as an example of anti-Semitism, prompted some very awkward conversations. Imagine that. Imagine that. In an attempt to be more advertiser-friendly, Twitch added a new stream label for political and sensitive social issues that I also have to use for all the bullshit I talk about. I think it's fair for me to add this one, though. Allowing companies to opt out of having their ads on that content. It was not the thoughts. It was not the thoughts. It was a biker the one that destroyed Twitch, imagine. When I say Hassan Biker, I mean Hassan Biker and his cohort, okay? However, while some companies view this change as sufficient, others wanted more done and have continued to suspend ads. They may have a little bit too much power. Don't say it as covering up the problem rather than addressing it. Well, not wrong, not wrong. Talking about politics doesn't mean that you should completely destroy the TOS. Once again, what about the pools though? Rules for them and not for me. Thus claimed, is the internet coming back to the platform until something more direct happens. You might need to bang Hassan Biker after all, but TG Clancy, Dan Clancy, is a huge fan of Hassan Biker, so it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. It appears streamers are beginning to feel some pain in their wallets due to their advertiser boycott. The streamers Kaizen and Big X revealed they had been demonetized on the platform for having Iran and Venezuela in their channel tags. We saw that last week. Others, such as XCC and Parti Software, are convinced that Twitch isn't undergoing an apocalypse, as many others have feared, because they're really big, and Twitch is probably trying to pay them still the same amount, because they have to keep them on the side to keep traffic. Wild. Meanwhile, Twitch is continuing to make policy updates on November 15th, at the request of the ADL. Imagine cat time into the ADL, huh? Decided by the word Zionist when used to attack or demean another individual group of people on the basis of their background or religious belief is against their rules. So sad to see, man. So sad to see. But this is what happens when you don't enforce your TOS. If they actually enforced their TOS, this wouldn't have happened. But now we cannot ban Hassan Biker. Oh, but he's so nice, he's so cute. Shut the fuck up. He's promoting terrorism, literally terrorism. What the fuck is wrong with you? Dan Clancy, if that's your real name. Give me a second, I need to blow my nose. And the funny part of all this is that this is not the only problem Twitch is gonna have. And I don't know why, but it seems that Twitch is crashing a little bit. Imagine that, still having problems? Well, it's nothing new, I guess. I don't know why that's happening. I hope it's not impacting the viewing experience. That wouldn't be nice. Because boy oh boy, Elon Musk's X, that's Twitter, says Twitch in lawsuit alleging advertisers conspire to boycott the platform. Well, well, well. Imagine that. Also, I'm not quite sure about this, I haven't read this article yet, but when we saw the first article about this, apparently there was no source for that, so I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen Elon deny this, so it could be real, it could be real. Elon Musk's Twitter is suing Twitch, claiming that the Amazon-owned video streaming platform and other companies illegally conspired to boycott advertising on the platform, formerly known as Pruens. We're gonna fuck around now. Twitch was added as a defendant on Monday to the complaint, originally filed in August this year. Oh, I see. So this was not something new. Interesting. The complaint accuses members of the Global Alliance of Responsible Media. It's the Garm lawsuit. I remember this. Everything comes together now. Another continuing initiative that was led by advertising trade body, the World Federation of Advertisers, of illegally colluding to collectively withhold billions of dollars in advertising revenue from Twitter. I should remember this. And the best part about this, if people don't remember, was Garm just folding at the sight of a lawsuit from the Rocket Man. Which shows you they are not that powerful. Well, to be fair, Elon Musk is really powerful. Isn't he still the richest guy in the world? Yeah, that's a little bit scary, I know, but... yeah, it's... it's so delicious, so delicious. Garm, a small non-profit initiative that created common industry definitions and voluntary frameworks around areas like brand safety and hate speech. A small non-profit initiative? Might be small, but it being a non-profit is a massive red flag already, we know that. Also, voluntary? The fuck are you smoking? If it was actually voluntary, we wouldn't have a lawsuit. Also, hate the speech? Or a speech that you hate? Always the same conundrum. Was forced to shut down this after the original suit was filed. They folded. The WFA, which is contesting the suit, said that at the time it lacked the resources to continue Garm's operations amid the intensive legal battle. So you can just say no to them, fuck off, and they will die. Imagine that. Twitch, Twitter, and the WFA didn't immediately respond to requests from comment made by Business Insider outside normal US business hours. Well, that makes sense. Stephen Lork, CEO of the WFA, said in August that the advertising body and Garm intended to contest the allegations in Twitter's suit in court and were confident in the outcome of the case would demonstrate their full adherence to competition rules in all our activities. If that was the case, why did they fold immediately? We didn't have money, we are non-profit. Non-profits move a huge amount of money. So disgusting. Also, I might be misremembering here, okay? But aren't these guys, the WFA and Garm, directly related to the World Economic Forum? They have a lot of money, they have a lot of power, so... what's the deal here? I don't get it. In the addition of Twitch as a defendant to the suit, indicates that Twitter has no plans to de-escalate its legal fight against boycotting advertisers. despite claiming victory over Garm's closure. Clean them all up, baby! I approve of this. Unilever was also a defendant in the original complaint, but was dropped from the lawsuit in October. The official @XNews account said the companies had reached an agreement with Unilever. So we believe it. It's probably the case in this one. And it will continue our partnership with them on the platform. Without specifying the nature of the agreement. Unilever has declined to comment on the matter. Yeah, I can imagine. Some people in the industry have speculated that Twitter would seek similar settlements with other defendants in the case as it looks to rebuild its ad business. Instead, it's found another advertiser to attempt to bring before the Texas court. Interesting. The amended lawsuit alleges that at least 18 GAR members, including the defendants in this case, Mars, VS Health, the energy company Ørsted, and now Twitch, start running ads on Twitter between November and December of 2022. What a coinkydink. What a coinkydink. Defendants Mars, Ørsted, Twitch, CVS Health, and other GAR member advertisers acted in parallel to discontinue their purchases of advertising from Twitter, a marked departure from their prior pattern of purchases. The lawsuit says, it seems a coordinated attack. What can you say? Is this a coinkydink? Could be a coinkydink, but it stinks a little bit. In the case of Twitch, Twitter's lawsuit claims the company has bought no ads on the platform in the US and has only spent a small amount elsewhere in the world since November 2022. The lawsuit cites a government document that claims brand safety standards have received executive endorsement from Twitch. Oh, got him. Got him with that one. Fuck him. Ad revenue decline. Since Musk's takeover of Twitter in 2022, ad revenue on the platform has plummeted. Large advertisers were dissuaded from using the platform after Musk fired hordes of its sales and safety staff and brought back previously banned accounts. Oh no, imagine that, they're not censoring some people we don't like. Fuck. I saw some stupid stuff. Let me finish this before I tangent a little bit. Musk's own behavior on and off the platform, including famously telling advertisers who got Twitter to go fuck yourself, based, hasn't encouraged advertisers to place their budgets there either. So funny. So funny. So fucking funny. I've seen... what's a screenshot of Blue Sky, I think. Some sort of deranged lunatic. Like, finally we have a platform where the left wing is not being actively censored. Something that hasn't happened in 20 years. And people on Twitter, obviously, were going on like, the fuck do you mean by this? For the first time in who knows how many years, Twitter is an even playing field for both sides of the political spectrum, and you think they are censoring you? No. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. I see a lot of nonsense from both sides, so I can tell you, it's not being censored. However, when they let you run rampant with your ideology for, let's say, 10 years, you don't even know what normal is anymore. Imagine that. Imagine that. Is this the end? It's not the end. It's fine. Even pre-Musk, Twitter was not seen by many advertisers as a must-buy, compared to platforms like Meta and Google. Yeah, I can't imagine. Which have bigger audiences and more sophisticated advertising technology. Many ad insiders, legal experts, and casual observers think the claims made in Twitter's lawsuit are baseless but have nonetheless raised concerns that such legal action is distracting, can damage companies' corporate reputations, and negatively impact industry efforts to improve the advertising ecosystem. Dozens of advertisers are also dealing with document requests from Jim Jordan, Republican Ohio, I guess, chair of the House Judiciary Committee, of their involvement with GARM. Fuck GARM. As were the video site Rumble. Can we say that on YouTube? I don't think we can. It's too late. As to the WFA, WPP, the fucking name, and its Rip M ad buying agency, and Spurs Giant and Diego. Diego? I'm not sure. Allowing the collectively agreed to restrict advertising on social platforms, including Rumble. Second time. Gotta die now. Some advertisers have been trickling back to Twitter. A trend some industry consultants have speculated could be related to Musk's rising political power following Donald Trump's US election win. They all fear the Rocket Man now. He's so powerful! There was an 800% bump in US ad spend from Twitter's top 100 advertisers in the week following November 6th. Well, imagine that. I don't think they necessarily fear Musk's involvement in Trump's future administration. But the fact that, well, Orange Man won, so now some stuff is more lawful to the not lawful, but illicit, I guess, to some extent. It's not seen as that bad. According to data analyzed by market intelligence from firm Sensor Tower. Abraham Youssef, Sensor Tower Vice President of Research and Insights, said this was a very significant lift, given that Twitter's top 100 advertisers only marked a 1% increase in spend on average in the same week in 2023. Well, election season, baby. However, despite this inflection point, the top 100 advertisers on Twitter spent 64% less this year in the same week in 2022, suggesting that it has yet to fully recover advertiser demand to pre-acquisition levels. Youssef added. They are so scared of Rocket Man now. Look at that. Yes, this is an archive. I'm not making an account. Fuck you, Business Insider. Fuck you. What about that, huh? Let me take a save here. Because, oh baby, we have a triple threat for Twitch now. It's not only anti-Semitism, it's not only Rocket Man suing Twitch. They have more competition now. Look at this. What is Parti? New IRL streaming site challenges Twitch and Cake with high earnings. Just read on the title. IRL streaming site. Already discriminating against my people? How dare you? I don't think it's just IRL. I've seen Chubas there, okay? Just trying to be funny. A new streaming platform launched this November and is already offering official streamer deals to both beginners and seasoned content creators. From TikTok to YouTube, Kick, Twitch and more, there are plenty of streaming platforms to share live updates and videos about your lifestyle. While the social media platforms have been established for years. Oh my god. So much yesterday, I don't know why. The chicken. Not good. Very icky. It was tasty. A new streaming site, Parti, was officially launched in November 2024. Parti allows users to live stream and share videos to their channels. Much like its competitor sites, Parti offers streamers a chance to hear from their viewers in chat box. Wow, imagine that! New technology. Some categories of interest on the new streaming site include gaming, fitness, music, alternative, IRL, and creative. In Parti's official announcement about their launch, they said they intend to give creators the earnings? I think they mean earnings, right? They deserve. They noted that regardless of how popular your channel is, they want to open the doors wide for users to continue success. Well, maybe it was earrings, maybe they're gonna fuse. That's fine. Hey streamers, whether you're just starting out or already have a crowd of fans, this is your moment, Parti tweeted. We're rolling out the official streamer deals for 30 dedicated streamers to become part of the Parti family. Part of the party? Here's your chance to be part of the next big thing in your streaming and earn while you do it. Are they going to Crescent Boring already? Be the case. But you're small, big, or somewhere in between. We're opening the doors wide. No limits, no bias, just talent, creativity, and a chance to thrive. The new streaming service added that the small streamers are eligible to earn $1,000 a month. Pretty good money, not gonna lie. Top-tier streamers, however, can earn up to $10K a month. As for who Party considers mega streamers, they ask that you contact them by direct message to discuss potential earnings. Well, they're not earrings anymore, thank goodness. We're ready to work with the biggest names who want to lead this new movement, they said. After Party succeeds for a month's time, they said they'll pick the 30 winners to offer official streamer deals to. By the end of the month, we'll look at every streamer who's joined us, dive into your content, your vibe, and your reach. Start handpicking our winners for official streamer deals, they said. We're ready to give you a spotlight and the earnings you deserve. Currently, one of the biggest names to begin using Party streaming services is content creator Jack Doherty. Name sounds familiar, I don't know the guy, but sounds familiar. This glows! This glows! What can you tell you? This glows. Look. When you look at every streamer who's joined us, dive into your content, hold up. Your vibe and your reach, and start handpicking our winners for official streamer deals. On one hand, it makes sense, for obvious reasons. On the other hand, if they're biased, that's gonna be wild. That's gonna be wild. Are they going to try and promote some sort of ideology with this? Some type of specific content, dare I say? Possible. I haven't looked into them a lot yet. But it's also quite funny. The first screenshot I saw from this site, bare titties. They were not entirely bare, okay. You couldn't see the nipples. But, fellas, I regret to inform you, women. So, pick your poison. If they're gonna be just titties, like Twitch, or even worse, is it gonna be ideologically driven, like Twitch? You know, I don't think Kick is that bad. I don't think Kick is that bad. Sue me, I don't care. This is gonna be interesting. They might crash and burn. And we can look these guys up a little bit, you know? I'm a little bit curious. Because if it's a new platform, are they getting money? Obviously not from... They're from ads, right? Oh god. What the hell? Let me mute this just in case. Nothing strange here, thank goodness. Party points, missions, social, community, live streams. Thanks. Let's take a look here. Get rewarded for your swaps. Oh god, what the hell? I guess that makes sense. Also, I can show you the community. I regret to inform you again. Women. Let me bring this up. Hold up. Well, would you look at this? It's just a crypto front. Imagine that! Imagine that. So the deal is for you to get crypto using the site, perhaps? I have no idea. Solana, Ethereum. Well, now we know. Now we know! Imagine that. Imagine that. Can we open this? Well, mission 2024. Sequence 4 left off. The cropping is atrocious. Don't worry, I will serenade you. Welcome to the Party crew members. We're preparing for liftoff. Join us on our mission to the moon. Building the world's largest social platform. Start earning airship points by completing the moon missions below. Sign up with Twitter, Discord, or Telegram. Set up a profile picture. Set up a cover image. Fill in the biography section. Add credit card? Yeah, no, absolutely not. Create a party pass. Log in daily. Write the post. Comment on a post. For friends. Follow community. Verify assets to enter token gated communities. I don't think I will. Create your token gated community. Stream for 10 minutes. Buy a party pass. 10 secret codes in live streams. No streams. For now. Swap tokens support the X. You know what? In comparison, I'm gonna be that guy. I don't think Kick is that bad. Oh, but gambling. Sure, gambling is bad. I don't think crypto is any better. I don't think crypto is any better. Well, would you look at that? Would you rather crypto? Would you rather gamble? Gamble seems more real at least. Well, that's it. That's Party for you, I guess. What else do you have? Oh, hell yeah. Speaking of money, I don't know. I don't know how to segue this. More Steam shit. Steam is an unsafe place for teens and young adults. US Senator warns Gabe Newell of more intense scrutiny than the government if Valve doesn't take action against extremist content. US Senator Mark Warner. This is not my senator. Well, I'm not American, so that makes sense, but I was trying to make a Senator Armstrong kind of joke. Less than a week after the release of an ADL report imaging, accusing Steam of normalizing hate and extremism in the gaming community, where close to 55% of the hate and extremism were just Pepe's. US Senator Mark Warner has sent a letter to Valve boss Gabe Newell asking what the company is doing to combat the rise of extremist content on the platform and warning of further scrutiny from the government if Valve doesn't play ball. What are you doing? Nothing. Fuck you. We can only hope. Has been brought to your attention before that extremist ideologies seem to find a home on Steam. Warner wrote in his letter via The Verge. In 2022, Valve received the Senate letter identifying nearly identical activity on your platform. Now the funny frogs, man. And yet 2 years later, it appears that Valve has chosen to continue a hands-off type approach to content moderation that favors allowing some users to engage in sustained bouts of disturbing and violent rhetoric, rather than ensure that all of its users can find a welcoming and safe environment across your platform. What about free speech, though? People can say extremist stuff from both sides. It evens out. I think it's a big deal. The 2022 Senate letter, referenced by Warner, written by U.S. Senator Maggie Hassan Bikers, this is you, said Steam has a significant presence of users displaying and espousing neo-Nazi, extremist, racial supremacist, misogynistic, and other hateful sentiments. More than 54% of babies. Not the peppies, man, not the peppies, they're so dangerous. I request a detailed report on what Valve is doing about it. Nothing? Warner's letter is quite similar in that regard, acknowledging that Steam does have an inline content policy and subscriber agreement. Do they? But questioning how committed Valve is to actually enforcing it. They might have a content policy, but maybe it doesn't include what you think it does. I'm not quite sure. I'm just spitballing here. As Black Friday and the holiday buying season approaches, the American public should know that not only is Steam an unsafe place for teens and young adults to purchase and play online games, I've been on Steam for more than 10 years. And I have to admit, I never thought of it as an unsafe place. And I've never found any kind of hate and extremism either. So, stop being a little bitch! What the fuck? But also that, absent the change in Valve's approach to user moderation and the type of behavior that it welcomes on its platform, Steam is playing a clear role in allowing harmful ideologies to spread and take root among the next generation, Warner wrote. It's so funny! You talk about harmful ideologies, but it's always... how to say this? It's not all harmful ideologies, it's just the harmful ideologies you don't like. So how about you fuck off, huh? Warner also warned. That makes sense. Somewhat ominously that if Valve does not adopt industry standard moderation practices, whatever that means, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, it will face more intense scrutiny from the federal government for its complicity in allowing hate groups to congregate and engage in activities that outlawedly puts Americans at risk. It's a funny game platform using fucking frogs. Don't you like the frogs? It's not funny. I think they're funny though. Interesting aspect of irony to the complaint. Elon Musk turned Twitter into a haven for racism and far-right rhetoric after all. Haven for racism and far-right rhetoric. I wouldn't say a haven, but now you can have both far-left and far-right rhetorics, so it's fair. He's being rewarded with a high seat in the incoming US government. Well, don't you believe that our Republicans are the same? It's also not clear what the US government could do to force Valve's hand. Hate speech in the US is probably protected under the First Amendment. Get fucked. Get fucked! And as a probably held company, Valve is not subject to pressure from external shareholders, and dare I say, stakeholders, who may not be comfortable with its permissive attitudes. Get fucked! You'll love to see it. At the same time, questions about Valve's content moderation policies have persisted over the years, and it sometimes seem inclined to let the monkeys run the circus. We said in a 2018 report on Valve's hateful problem, the Steam's problem isn't so much the absence of rules as the failure to enforce them. You have extremism from both sides, but only one of them is subject to being banned. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Valve updated Steam's community rules in 2023 with a more detailed breakdown of what is and isn't allowed, but enforcement, or lack thereof, remains an issue. Warner's letter concludes with a series of 10 questions, several of them multi-part, covering broad topics like enforcement practices to more granular stuff including internal definitions of terms, the number of content moderators working at Steam, what commitments it will make to ensure that it has meaningfully curbed white supremacist, anti-Semitic, terroristic, Nazi, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, and hateful content by November 15, 2025. Going to send this guy is a Democrat. Look, if you have people doing the exact same to the other side, this is fair. This is fair to have. Fuck you. The senator has asked for a response by December 13th. I've reached out to Valve for a comment, and will update if I receive a reply. It doesn't seem that's the case. Doesn't seem that's the case. And you know what? It's really easy. do not see any of this on Steam. I've been on Steam for more than 10 years. Never seen any of this. You don't like it, don't say it. It's not that difficult. But people don't understand that they can govern their own lives or something like that. No, no, Daddy Government, please help me. You're weak and pathetic, and I hate you. Speaking of Daddy Government, huh? Finally, good segue. Economists claim game console prices will double from Trump tariffs. Will they? I'm not an economy guy, so I don't know. We can only wait and see. I don't think that's gonna be the case. Because he was planning to exchange taxes for tariffs, right? If I'm not misremembering. It should be about the same, I think. Maybe even less. I don't know. Multiple outlets are reporting on a paper published by the Consumer Technology Association in the wake of presidential-elect Orange Man's proposed tariffs on foreign countries and/or foreign products. Wasn't this a thing already in 2016? I don't know. The economy was better back then. Imagine that, huh? The report claims Trump's proposed tariffs could cause the prices of gaming consoles to rise by as much as 40%. Meanwhile, the price of a smartphone will go up by 26%. Proofreading, I beg of you. While the price of laptops and tablets will go up by as much as 46%. This is the problem, right? Why aren't you, big old US of A, not producing all of this shit in-house? At least smartphones, laptops, and tablets. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. This analysis is based on Trump's promise to impose a 10 to 20% tariff on imports from all countries, not China, and a 60 to 100% tariff on all imports from China. China! I had to say it at least once, okay? The latter will also include tariffs on digital goods, not just physical ones. For example, Black Myth Wukong would end up costing twice as much as what it does now if you buy it in America. Well, that just seems silly. We'll see about that. We'll see what happens. The reason this will affect the prices of game consoles is because imports make up approximately 90% of video game and audio electronic equipment that gets sold to the US customers. That's the problem. Make them in-house. According to a US Bureau of Economic Analysis published in 2017. A little bit old by now, right? This report found that 88% of computers and 78% of electrical appliances are imported. Much of it from China or Taiwan. China. Imposing a 60 to 100% tariff on all imports from China would therefore make a $500 PlayStation 5 cost $700 in the best of cases. Well, it's not $500 anymore, so it's gonna go up no matter what. So I don't know if this works as an argument. It can always be worse, I guess, right? That makes sense. And a AAA game that costs $80 normally will now cost $112. $80 seems like too much already. 50? I could consider. 80? Fuck off. The PS5 would cost $1,000 and the game would cost $160. What games? The PS5 doesn't have any. What do you mean by this? However, there's reason to be skeptical that the tariffs will actually happen. Experts are reportedly skeptical that Trump intends to follow through with his plans. If someone's gonna follow through with promises in politics, it's Trump. Funny enough. When President Trump began his first term, he was quickly convinced by his economic advisors, such as Lord Kudlow, that this would be a bad idea, and instead focused on much more limited tariffs. The most restricted tariff President Trump imposed in his first term was in 2018. He imposed the 50% tariff on solar panels and washing machines. A little bit random, but sure. The same year, he also imposed the 25% tariff on steel and the 10% tariff on aluminium. Aluminum? Fuck you, Americans. It's aluminium. You're wrong, and the Romans were right. Don't at me. All of these were limited strikes, one might say, against a particular industry. A blanket 60% tariff on all products from China would have been almost unthinkable back then. Well, they have a concept of a plan. I have no idea, okay? I have no idea. It's still possible that this starts actually to happen. Lord Kudlow is not returning to the second Trump cabinet, and most of the other faces will be new as well. However, there are also many economic libertarians who are expected to be part of Trump's administration. For now, I am guessing it's more likely than not that this is one thing President Trump is convinced to pull back on, but we'll just have to wait and see. Look. You might not like Orange Man, and that's more than fair. I don't think the global economy was as fucked back then as it is now. And you can say, but COVID, sure, but COVID. It's not only COVID though. How about war? How about the other war? That's bad. That's bad for the economy. Imagine that. And speaking of politics, and politicians not knowing, potentially not knowing, about money, fellas, I dare to inform you. Britain. They're also from Keir Starmer, which I'm pretty sure... Yes, Prime Minister of the UK. I'm determined to deliver growth, create wealth, and put more money in people's pockets. But then he tells you, this can only be achieved by working in partnerships with leading business, like BlackRock, to capitalize on the UK's position as a world-leading hub for investment. And they're eating this guy alive. Here, look at this. Your investment, Prime Minister. 39,000 Ks. 39,000 likes. Look, Score Benjamin here. Starting off again. He's actually proud to be selling us to BlackRock. Unreal. And unsurprisingly, trust in legacy institutions is collapsing all over the Western world. You can see here. Here's Starmer's approval. Tanking from plus 11 to minus 38 in like 3 months. If it's surprising, it's not surprising at all. That's real, it's not surprising at all. So I guess BlackRock is still going full swing and bullshit. And trying to find stuff on VI and whatnot. And have a couple of articles on that. It's not like super secret or anything. I still need to research a little bit more. I was just looking at LinkedIn the other day. So I now have to go to the WF mines, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. But we may see some interesting happenings there too. Nonetheless, I have a really interesting article that I want to read here. I haven't read them on my own. No thanks. From Fan the Polls. And dozens of financial advisors warn corporate America that DEI initiatives are a liability. I'm really curious about this one. And dozens of financial advisors warned corporate America that in the wake of Donald Trump being elected the 17th, sure, 47th President of the United States, the diversity, equity, and inclusion policies are now a liability. I want to know exactly what they're saying about this. For obvious reasons. In open letter urging corporations to get rid of DI departments and policies. The PDF. 1 minute to skim a little bit through that too. The financial advisors who collectively managed over 60 billion in assets declared this November the American electorate overwhelmingly rejected the ideological takeover of political and civic life by narrow-minded identity politics. Critical race theory and diversity, equity, and inclusion purport to promote belonging and inclusion, but in reality, sacrifice true diversity and equal opportunity by focusing only on differences based on skin color, sex, or religious status. Okay. A little bit disappointing. This is not from proponents of the AI, but from critics of the AI. So we're not gonna see impressive sauce here. A little bit disappointing, it's fine. Next, they warned, it is no liability for any institution to tout adherence to the AI ideology. Recent Supreme Court decisions have cast serious doubt on the legality of the AI. Yeah, understandably so. It's literally illegal. Which has led to full-scale legal assault on DI according to the Wall Street Journal. The data underlying the push for DI have been exposed as overstated at best, or worse, downright false. Downright false? Sure. Can't believe those lies. The financial analysts and advisors did not stop there. They predicted that the incoming administration led by President Donald Trump and his Vice President, J.D. Vance, will likely advance and enact policies that increase the risk of current DEA policies at every corporation. And even though this is fair, and I think this is good, it might not be good enough. It might not be good enough. Because you have companies moving away from quote-unquote DEI departments and whatnot, being a little bit more stealthy about their practices. So I don't know if that's gonna be useful. While noting the liability and risk enacting and enforcing DEI policies are, it's also noted how rooted they are at major corporations throughout America. Stating the Alliance for Defending Freedom's Viewpoint and Diversity Score. What a mouthful, Jesus Christ. The letter revealed that 91% of school companies rely on concepts like CRT in their employee training materials. Fuck, disgusting. What the hell? Did you know that if you're white, you're racist? Imagine that. That's what you have. Young people being so fucking cooked. I hate using that expression, but it's really apt for this one. Furthermore, it revealed that nearly 6 in 10 school companies, 58%, currently impose DI requirements on their vendors. Well, this is the problem, right? With stakeholder capitalism. It's gonna happen. Even though it doesn't make any sense. I'm loving those screenshots, by the way. So cool, so nice. They're the best. I know that. Given this widespread embrace of the agenda, the dozens of financial analysts and investors who attach their name to the letter chide corporate leaders for their moral failure and allowing it to take root. Businesses don't just exist to make a profit. Business leaders and investors act out of a strong desire to improve people's lives and better the human condition. Well, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. They can improve people's lives and better the human condition through their products and services, and that's more than fair. But at the same time, big corpo, shut up. Shut the hell up. But a failure to properly communicate the virtue necessary for the proper functioning of capitalism, embodied in the fictional Gordon Gekko and his mantra, "Greed is good, greed good," can foster a perception of a moral vacuum, and it is exactly this kind of practice that allowed ideologies like DI to infiltrate corporations in the first place. Not entirely wrong. Not entirely wrong. Look at that. It's Samurai Floyd. The advisors then made it abundantly clear that they expect corporations to distance themselves from DI and highly divisive groups like the Human Rights Campaign, which will these companies into adopting radical, wrong-headed, and reputationally disastrous policies. The latter then made the choice these corporations have eventually cleared. You stand at an important crossroads. Either you can hear the voice of the American people, your shareholders, customers, and employees. Shareholders, but not stakeholders. Important distinction. You can bow to French activists who demand that you double down on a failing ideology. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, I'm afraid. And I hate to say this, but it's not good enough. Because the thing is, rejection of DEI is what they're doing now either way. Because DEI is just pure kryptonite. Understandably so. But they're not rejecting DEI itself. They're just moving to the next evolution. Changing names and whatnot, so... people are gonna take that as a win, and it's really not a win. That's... I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not good. It's not good at all, man. People are a little bit blind to what's happening. That's so sad to see. It's not me having unique knowledge or anything like that. It's me looking at what the fuck is going on and what the fuck people are saying. Not people, but the companies, right? We said that, what was it, like 2 weeks ago with the Mozilla Corporation? Now we're gonna fire our advocacy team. We're gonna reaffirm our mission for this advocacy because everyone in the company is gonna be doing this fantastic work. Well, that doesn't look like a victory, does it? Not if you post that, I mean... as they say, they're doubling, tripling, and even quadrupling down on the ideology. So... I don't know, man. I don't know. That doesn't seem good to me. Okay, we have a little bit more time. I think we can finish everything we have for today. So, speaking of the AI, why not laugh at fat people? Why not, huh? Why not? It's from Letitia Bird, the CEO of Perfecta. I don't find anything too spicy yet from Perfecta and their switching DEI practices, but I found this and I thought it was funny. Why companies should invest in obesity care coverage for employees? Look, if you're obese, it's probably your fault. I mean, but some people are sick, some people have some chronic illnesses, and they cannot avoid being obese. Sure. How many though? It's not that common. It's not common. Fred is partnering with Everybody Covered campaign. Everybody covered? I hope so. Obesity is the next month. Women's health issue in the workplace. But many companies aren't talking about it. Despite it being a serious chronic disease, it's also the most undertreated. What the hell did I just read? Okay. Obesity is the next month. The next women's health issue in the workplace. Are you telling me only women can be obese now? I don't think that's true. Also, obesity by itself is not a chronic disease. You may have a chronic disease, and one of its symptoms would be obesity, or perhaps not a symptom, but a mischievous side effect. The most undertreated. Look. Chances are, if you're obese, it's because one of 3 reasons. First, sedentary lifestyle, which is really common nowadays. Second, being a lazy piece of shit and not exercising even a little bit. And third, which is unavoidable and it's even worse in the USA, the food is trash. Here, the food is gonna be trash still. Guess you can try to get like produce from actual farms and whatnot. Might be a little bit better. But the first two you can fix. Just move. Lad whale. Lack of attention shows up in how people living with obesity are treated at work, how much support they receive in their career growth. Don't you think they have more than enough growth? And even how it shapes the company's culture. Organizations fail to recognize obesity as a chronic disease. It can leave employees, particularly women. But why women? I don't understand. Feeling unsupported and stigmatized. In fact, obesity affects the lives, careers, and health of 1 in 3 American women. How many men? I'm just curious. It's not like whataboutism. Just curious. Is that true? Is that even true? Time to fact check in real time, boys. Adults who are obese by sex. 33.5% versus 32.1%. Wow, it's almost the same. Imagine that. Assuming this data is correct. I'm assuming it is. And the empathy is greater for women of color. About 57% of black women and 43% of Hispanic women live with obesity. Sounds like a new problem, what can you say? As a result, many of these women also struggle with other health conditions, other health complications, and discrimination in silence. They push through the days at work without the support they need, and this neglect chips away at their confidence, productivity, and sense of belonging. Without the support they need. Is this time for me to make another joke because I could? So happy, how are you going to support it? Come on now. Look. Maybe we should discriminate against obese people. What can you say? Maybe it's fair. Maybe it's fair. And I'm always reminded of those body positive influencers. Oh, we're so body positive. We're gonna make it. They cannot even make it past their 30s. They die before that. Guys, being obese is not healthy. Being fat is not healthy. I know that not everyone has all the time in the world to have a chiseled body, right? You can always be a little bit healthier. Do not be fat slob. Women living with obesity are also more likely to face harmful social stigma at work. They often earn less money than their colleges, and are less likely to get promoted. Excuse you, what? Checked. The Economist. The obesity pay gap is worse than previously thought. It's because they spend more money on food? It affects men as well as women, and it's wider for the well-educated. Wider. Lamau. Oh, fuck off, dude. I'm going to assume it's not because they're obese. I'm gonna say that. At the same time, have you seen an obese doctor? An obese surgeon? An obese architect? Architect, that's funny. An obese engineer? Surely there has to be some, but most of them are not. This has gotta be like the myth of the gender wage gap. To undermine the inclusivity of the workplace. You had to accept literally everything. Disgusting. It should be a space where all employees can show up as their best selves and receive equitable opportunities regardless of their physical appearance or health conditions. First of all, equitable opportunities. Fuck off, no they don't. Also, show up as their best selves. That's literally not the case if they're obese. Stop it. Stop promoting obesity. It's not good. Spiritual employees offer comprehensive obesity care coverage that promotes health, well-being, and productivity. Stop eating like a fucking slob. Stop. This newsletter will explore what current obesity care coverage looks like, why employers need to act now to provide support, and what company support looks like in action. Oh my god. Propaganda pisses me off. Switching a little bit. What current obesity care coverage looks like in the US. An interactive resource from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation provides a clear view of the current state of obesity care coverage, specifically with regards to medications. Across the US nationwide, 25% of individuals with health insurance have access to the newest generation of medications for obesity. You know what the best medication for obesity is? Eat good, go to the gym. This is positive momentum, but there are still significant gaps in coverage that the company should pay attention to. What employees are looking for. Also, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean medications? Stop giving money to Big Pharma. What's wrong with you? Stop the fucking medications. That's the main problem with the USA. So many fucking meds. Stop. 80% of Americans believe that insurance should cover obesity medications. If it's from actually chronic disease, sure. If not, no. You're gonna be a lazy fucking piece of shit? I'm not gonna pay for that. Well, people don't want to pay for that. I wouldn't pay for that either way. I'm not American, but still. This is gonna happen here too, so just you wait. 80% of Americans will change jobs to gain obesity coverage. Change jobs, but not change yourself, huh? Funny. Without access to evidence-based care, employee well-being is at stake, and companies pay the price through reduced productivity and retention. The wording is so funny. Why employers need to act now and provide obesity care coverage? I guess we're providing comprehensive obesity care because we are helping individual employees. Here are a few key reasons why employers should prioritize obesity care coverage. Why is that so difficult for me to say? To improve workplace productivity, reduce healthy costs, and promote employee retention. Prevent health complications. Obesity is associated with over 200 other health complications, including heart disease, diabetes, certain cancers, mental health issues, and fertility and maternal health challenges. Treating obesity may also help prevent these other serious and costly illnesses. Well, isn't that so good? You're gonna have Bobby Kennedy now in the government, making America healthy again. That's pretty good. Mitigate disproportionate impacts. Everything here is disproportionate. Communities of color often experience increased barriers to services, poor quality of care from providers, and challenges accessing insurance coverage, all of which contribute to worse health outcomes for those living with obesity and beyond. Coverage for obesity care is one strategy to help close equity gaps. By equity. Equity in obesity. Why? Why? Stop. Stop. Through productivity and retention. People with obesity experience reduced productivity. Yeah? Here's the employer saying estimated 101 billion USD. That's a lot of money. What's more, 20% of Americans say they would change jobs in order to gain coverage. You said that already. You said that already. Shut up. What companies can do to support employees living with obesity? Give them a gym membership and have them go there at least twice a week, for starters. The good news! Some employers are leading the way, but half of companies now cover or are considering covering obesity medications. I'd rather go to the gym. Not gonna lie. Many employers are interested in finding ways to increase access to and utilization of comprehensive obesity care for their employees. These are all tools in treating and managing the chronic and relapsing disease of obesity. Says Christine Gallagher, co-author of a report by Stop Obesity Alliance. I do say Stop Obesity. That's something different, huh? However, there's more companies can do to support employees living with obesity. If you're a company leader or HR professional, here's where you can start. Review your coverage benefits offerings for opportunities to expand obesity care. Take a closer look at your healthcare plans. Do they cover obesity care options, such as obesity medications, weight loss surgeries, nutrition services, or counseling programs? Updating your benefits can improve employees' health and potentially reduce healthcare costs for your business. Weight loss surgeries. Weight loss surgeries! That's a fucking luxury, dude! That's a fucking luxury! Go to the fucking gym and lift heavy shit for a little while each week! Disgusting! Holy fucking ass! Advocate for changing coverage options. Use your influence to push for more inclusive healthcare policies. Write letters to insurance providers, or start conversations with industry leaders, and make your voice heard on social media platforms. Employer-driven advocacy can spark changes and help employees across the country to get the care they deserve. Trump, can we get tax-free gym subscriptions? The only thing you guys need. Weight stigma in the workplace is never gonna happen. Weight stigma is a major barrier to care. Leaders should be educating employees about weight bias, using first-person language. Person living with obesity rather than obese person. How about Butt Fuck Friday, huh? Recognizing obesity as the chronic disease that it is, not a personal failure. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong. And I fucking hate you, woman. Addressing this stigma head-on can create a more supportive environment and encourage employees to seek the care they need without fear of judgment. Employers are in a unique position to provide coverage and support for their employees living with obesity. And now is the time to act. By reviewing coverage benefits, advocating for policy changes, and creating a workplace free of weight stigma, businesses can contribute to a more equitable and inclusive culture. A live webinar? Oh. November 7th. Well. Presentation for shedding a light on this important issue. Is this a bot? This looks like a bot to me. I don't like it. And once again, sure. You have morbid obesity and whatnot. From diseases. It's not the most common. Fucking god. You people. You fucking people. Machine demons. Machine demons in my pants. Machine demons in my pants. Big on. Sure. You have morbid obesity because chronic diseases is not the most common, okay? It's not the most common. Just lift heavy shit. It will be alright, guys. It will be alright. It's also kind of fun. Okay, that's for later. Oh man. And last, but not least. Speaking of, I don't know, fat. Chart your fat. Australian researchers develop a unique flatulence tracking app to study gut health. You might think this is a joke. This is actually real. This is actually real. The Australian government, I think it's from the government, I'm not really sure about that. The Australian government wants to know about your farts. Is this fetishistic in nature? Probably. As baffling as it may sound, the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, Australia's national science agency, has started this bizarre project, which aims to delve deep into the science of gut health using data collected from people. Sure, gut health really important. What the hell is going on here? A sedentary lifestyle marked by stress and erratic work-life balance is undoubtedly one of the primary concerns plaguing a majority of the population in the modern world. Add egregious food habits to the mix, and we have the perfect recipe for health disasters. As a result, a large number of people today suffer from poor gut health and its debilitating effects. In view of this, a team of researchers in Australia have come up with a rather unique and amusing technique of improving one's gut health, keeping a track of your fart. Why is it so funny? Baffling as it may sound, the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, Australia's national science agency, has started this bizarre project, which aims to delve deep into the science of gut health using data collected from people, according to a report by Interested in Engineering. There's an official website for this, so it's real. Scientists of CSIRO have developed an app called Chart Your Farts. How is this real? Brab bros keep winning. Disgusting. Which enables Australians above the age of 14 to document and keep a track of their flatulence for 3 days. According to the researchers, this project uses data from the app to advance our knowledge of intestinal health. Surely. The software of the app is programmed to examine the features of flatulence in a detailed manner, not merely recorded. People using the app are required to rate their farts in a range of subjects. Loudness, silent to deafening, duration short to eternity, smell longevity fleeting to permanent, detectability discreet to blatant, and stench odorless to toxic. This is not serious. This is not serious. What's going on in Australia? At least they're funny, right? It's a dystopian hellscape, but at least it's funny. Passing wind is a natural occurrence and sign that our digestive system is working as it should. To expel excess gas that is produced from breaking down and processing the food that we eat. Says her research dietitian Megan Ribulli. Sounds Italian, I don't know why. Different foods, medical conditions, even the way we chew or swallow, can impact how our body processes the gas, into different smells, frequency, or volume. Brave scientist! Finally! You yell for the pricks. Research is only as good as the data we have. We want to work with as much of our diverse Australian community as we can to drive innovation in health and well-being research, said Dr. Emily Brindle, pre-lead and societal behavioral scientist, while explaining the purpose of the project. I don't think tracking farts is enough to understand gut health. You would need a lot of stuff to know. They mentioned like even chewing habits, right? So I don't think this is gonna be enough. This feels fetishistic at best, and just trying to get your biometric data at worst. It sounds really funny. Is this gonna be useful in any way, shape, or form? I surely hope so, but it is Australia, so I'm always a little bit on edge here. They are really cocked, okay? Jesus fucking Christ, dude, what the fuck is going on? In the land down under. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know. But this is everything we had for today. And we managed. 2 hours, baby, you love it. You love to see it. Oh man, what a week. What a week. So I guess time for me to take my leave, huh? So, thank you all for coming. I hope you had some fun with this part science, perhaps. And I will see you all soon on On Monday as per usual, right? We're gonna go back to Hikosaki with me. We have to go to Yokohama. That's gonna be interesting. Oh man. Oh man, what the hell is going on? The hell is going on, dude? Anyway. Gotta get the hell out of here before it gets too late. So thank you for coming. I'll see you all soon on Monday. Until then, you know the rules. Take care. Also check your farts.